As an artist, it's the inevitable fate that you will run into an art block. To be creative nonstop all the time is impossible, and burnout, it's just gonna happen. I've been dealing with a really bad art block, and I haven't felt any motivation to create. There's not really a spark or a yearn to make art, and it really scares me because I feel like I'm gonna forget how to art. I've been inactive on basically all my social platforms, and it's taken me so long to make this video, but I just wanted to share my current thoughts. Long story short, I'm burnt out. I can't point to one specific reason. It's just this accumulation of life responsibilities, and I'm only human. And I've been in this situation before. I understand that art block, it just happens. It's part of the creative cycle. You just can't stop it. It just happens. To make a horrible analogy, it's kind of like those Chinese finger trap toys. The more you struggle to get out of an art block, the harder it is to crawl yourself out of a creative slump. I realize that there's not really a one-step solution to solving an art block. You have to accept fate and not resist. Otherwise, you're just gonna spiral and suffer into a deeper art block. The length of these art blocks, it varies. It can be a couple of weeks, it can be multiple months, it can also be years. Everyone's trauma is very different and their cycle length really can vary. For me, oh my gosh, this current art block that I'm in is about 2 months old, going on 3, and I just can't seem to muster any strength to make or create stuff again. If you are watching this video on youtube.com, well, that means I'm slowly getting out of my art block, and I successfully, surprisingly uploaded a video despite being an incapable slug. For me, there's always a reason why I got into an art block in the first place. What burnt me out? Well, I totally burned through all my fuel. And reflecting back at the last few months, I pushed myself too hard, and I'm feeling exhausted and fatigued. Of course, I'm a manic and I overanalyze everything to an extreme, and I realize the burnout happened because I was taking social media too seriously. I pushed myself to stream twice a week, post nearly every day, and it was just all too much. On top of that, I injured my ankle to the point that it became swollen and I couldn't walk. And I pushed myself to travel and attend art markets in a heat wave while I was injured. As much as I was posting a lot of content, as much content I was posting and sharing, it just never felt like enough. And all the social media gurus talk about the secret to success on these platforms is to post more. And it destroyed me to keep up that pace. I was doing too much and it felt ingenuine, like I was posting to post. I didn't like it, and it felt like I was making more noise on the internet than I was actually creating content that I felt proud of. Also, I'm generally feeling really meh about my art as of recently. I find myself staring at a blank canvas, and I'm just stuck on layer 1. I've barely made any new art this year that I feel proud of. Most of the art that I have made have been graphic assets for Twitch streaming or assets for my YouTube videos, but I haven't made any new art, you feel me? The last art piece I made that I was really proud of was this flowery bandana design that I had illustrated. It's called Sleepy Tulip, and it was supposed to be the new bandana for my spring shop update. And as of right now, as I'm recording this, it's basically late summer. I'm just really disappointed in myself because I was planning for a late spring shop update because I had new bandanas and new notebooks, but I'm not gonna lie, my brain was fried. I was running at 100% all day, every day, and I wanted to postpone my shop update because I was just too exhausted. I decided I needed a hiatus, a break from it all. My family was coming into town for 3 to 4 weeks, and I felt like it was a good opportunity to take a forced summer break. I turned off my laptop and my brain and didn't log onto any social media. I needed this detox. The heat of summer in the mountains was a great little staycation. During my forced summer break, my sister and I baked a lot of sourdough, like a lot of bread. We baked a lot. She's into baking and making sweets, so we actually explored the city and we tried like all these different bakeries. It was a lot of fun. My sister and her partner, they stayed for I think like 2 weeks, and the other 2 weeks my partner's family came and visited. And I need to note that I'm a person who does not do well with excessive amount of socialization. It's overstimulating and it really depletes my energy. I love my family so dearly. I love them so much. But I'm not gonna lie, my social battery has a very weak charge. I can't handle hosting and entertaining nonstop. My brain starts to like go on the fritz. I start disassociating. Like I took too long of a break and I just forgot how to make art. Staring at layer 1, just a blank canvas, it became a painful, everyday like thing to try to attempt to draw, only to be unhappy. I thought to myself, I was like forcing art to happen and I need to just like ride this wave and wait for inspiration. But nothing came to me. I would wait for inspiration to strike, and it just never came. I feel like I was forcing art to happen, so I just stopped. I did all the classic stuff to try to reset my brain. I watched anime, new movies, experimented with some cooking. I tried not to think about art, and I fell into video games. Like, I gave in and I played a lot of Splatoon, nonstop. I played so much Splatoon that I got into S+ rank. And I was having so much fun, but I also understand that I was procrastinating. Everything I was doing, playing games, watching anime, it just felt like overconsumption. Like I wasn't creating, I was just consuming. My whole headspace was swimmy. My brain felt like jelly. You know when you're like really tired and you're so exhausted because you didn't get enough sleep the night before, so the next night you sleep in, but you oversleep, and now you're feeling really sluggish because you slept too much. That's how it feels. I took too long of a break, and I am struggling to get back into it again. A small side note, on a more personal level, I also had a lot of drama at work. Company layoffs, a massive reorg, and on top of that, some medical scares that I feel are a little too personal and I don't want to get into on YouTube. But yeah, that also greatly affected me. I thrive on a daily rhythm and I need that consistent day-to-day to keep me going. And ever since family came and visited and I took way too long of a break, I feel like I'm even more tired than I was to begin with. So yeah, this video is just saying that I'm still alive. I'm just struggling. Things I would like to do once I'm out of this creative slump is, 1, I'd love to finally open my shop. Maybe if you're watching this in the future, my shop is probably updated with new goodies. So come help support my jelly brain and go to pogpals.com. 2, I'd love to get back into streaming again on Twitch. I miss you guys and I love hanging out and playing games with you all. And finally, 3, I'm not gonna try to post every day. Please don't listen to the psycho social media gurus that are telling you to post content all day, every day. It's just not healthy. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I basically rambled and I didn't really have an agenda. So let's just try our best to make art again. Until next time, I'm Poggy and I'll catch you later. Bye, 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 bye.